Well, I'd say this is a little overdue, but I'd like to give you an update on the putting green and talk about where it's at and how things are going and what I'm doing to maintain it on a daily basis. So let's talk about it. Here we go. Try and get some shade here from the shed. Another benefit of having a shed is I get a little bit of extra shade here. And speaking of the shed, I started painting it and we're getting really close for me to be ready to actually show it to you, and I can't wait. I wish I could just go whoop and show, oh, maybe you got a little bit there. So that's the only tease you're gonna really get until I show it to you, and I seriously can't wait. It's turning out really, really good. I'm really happy with it so far. Just have a couple of things left to do before I'm ready to move stuff in. So stay tuned for that. But as far as the putting green goes, yes, I am cutting it every day. I usually come out here during my lunch break and I can double cut this in 10 minutes, which is really not a big deal for me. It's nice to get out of the house because I work from home. It's nice to get out of the house, come outside, get a little fresh air, mow the putting green, pull a couple of balls out here, chip a couple, putt a couple, go back, get some lunch, go back to work. But for not even being a year old yet, it is looking really, really good. I'm so happy with it. I love coming out here and having this spot here to chip and putt. I used to just go to the golf course, which is a few miles down the road that way, and spend an hour and chip and putt. Now I can do it in my backyard. That's the best part. I will say though, I spend just as much time, if not more, maintaining this than I do actually playing on it. So if this is something you're looking to do, keep that in mind. Now, I believe the last video that I did updating you on the condition of the putting green, I was talking about the issue I had in this area here with the cats treating this sand like a litter box. Well, as you can see, we're filling in really, really nicely. I would say we're about 60 or 70% repaired, and the new stuff's coming in nice and thick. And with me being able to mow every day now, I can really help thicken it up and make it really, really nice. So it's actually coming in a lot better than some of the areas on the other part of the green. And I'll talk about that in a second too. But as you can see, we're getting locked in really well right here, and I'm really happy with this. Now, if I'm gonna be picky, there's just a few other spots where there were bare spots that the grass has just laid over and it's just kind of creeped over, and so the blades have gotten thicker and stockier. And so for those areas, I'm gonna address those all individually. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually lift up those stocky areas, trim them back, and then I'll be able to have some room to seed new spots here. We're getting really hot now, getting up into the 90s. Summer is about here, so not gonna do any seeding again until fall. What's there is pretty much it right now, and we'll just kind of help fill it in as we can. But no more seed going down, no more spot treatment on seed until fall time when we start cooling off. So looking forward to doing that, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better and better. Now, when I say I'm cutting every day, take a look at how much is being cut off in just one day's worth of growth, and that's one pass. Typically when I mow out here, I'll mow it twice. That was just one pass, one day's worth of growth, barely even 500 square feet. So bent grass grows really, really fast. It's like a rocket. So cutting it at about 1/4 inch right now. And as you can see, I've also got some holes cut out and some flags. I got some practice cups and flags here. And I'm having a lot of fun with the flags. I think the flags is kind of a little fun way to change things up. Obviously I can change where the holes go if I want to, when I want to, but the flags, I've got a blue flag here and a white flag back there, and I've got American flags for national holidays. I just had them out for Memorial Day, and they'll make an appearance again for Independence Day. And then I've also got special flags that will be back in April for the Masters. So as you can see, I am mowing the putting green here with a Hudson Star. This is a manual push greens mower, and I love it. I think it's great. I bought this a few weeks ago, and I have been using it every day since, and it's just been awesome. It's super lightweight, it's really easy to push. It is manual push, so you gotta put a little effort into it, but once you get going, it's really, really nice. It's very smooth, it cuts really well. It'll cut down microscopically short. I've got it at a 1/4 inch right now, only because I plan on doing a little bit of light top dressing here soon, and once I get things where I want them, then I'm gonna go down towards 1/8 of an inch. But yeah, this mower is awesome. I love it. I'm very happy with it. The John Deere was just a little bit overkill for just such a small space. So switching to this has been great. Like I said, I can double cut this 500 square feet in 10 minutes, and it's easy to just get in and out of the shed. So if you want more information on that, I'll leave a link in the description, and you can go check that out. And then when it comes to mowing the collar around the green, what I was doing initially was I was just bringing the Greensmaster back here every time I mowed the front yard. So twice a week I'd come back here and take a couple of laps with the Greensmaster, which is set at around 1 inch. I've since moved the Time Master back into the shed, and it's really easy just to pull the Time Master out here, drop it all the way down to setting F, which I believe is 1.25 inches, and I take a couple of laps, and I don't really notice much difference. So it's a little easier to keep up on the collar with the Time Master. So as far as watering and fertilizing goes, I've been trying to get fertilizer on this about every 2 weeks or so, and I've been primarily using Green Pop, and I've thrown Green Charge in a few times into the mix here. This weekend I'm actually going to be hitting it with the Green Pop, and then I'm going to also hit it with Aerate and Hydrotane since we're getting hot, and I'm going to start going into more consistent watering schedules here. I've been watering it about 2 to 3 times a week or so, just kind of keeping an eye on it. I do see that areas are starting to kind of show signs of heat stress a little bit, so I think a little bit more frequent watering here will be good, and the Hydrotane of course will help exponentially with that. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. If I missed anything, if there's anything else that you're curious to know about this, let me know in the comments section, and I'll be happy to respond to you and talk more about this. That's going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to put the Hudson Star in the shed and maybe spend a few minutes just chipping and putting and enjoying it before it gets overly hot. I think it's 90 degrees right now with a high of 95. So I'm going to take a few minutes, sink a couple putts, maybe knock in a couple chips, call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'll catch you next time.